The people of Rubiles live in the living room in Marigold House. The living room has grey carpet, white walls, spotlights on the ceiling, modern furniture and a very large TV with a black leather sofa. The humans sit on the sofa for 40 out of 240 hours. Usually in the evening, the TV moves in slow motion, like the people, and the room is dry and 17 degrees C all year round. The Zopzeps live under the sofa and under the floorboards. They pray to the TV and believe the programs are magical. They live together as a group. Their clothes are made of fabric. They also wear shoes, which are made of fabric. They live on a diet of cat food, which they have to take from a large metal bowl, but they have to run to escape the cat. But the cat is 150 years old. They don't need to run now. It was the grandparents and great-grandparents' generations who were afraid, since the cat was younger. The cat is called Fluffy. The people of Rubiles have earrings, which every person must have put in between the ages of 5 and 10, and the method they use is rather painful. The people of Rubiles are busy and proud to being from the main room. They are self-confident and selfish of members from other rooms. They hide their emotions and they are overprotective of their children and not allow them any freedom to roam. They dislike foreigners and change. For fun, they watch the TV. Then, next are the people of Astrana. They live in the room of a 55-year-old boy. His name is James. James often goes into a large wooden box, rummages slowly, picks up a Zopzep or a vehicle, then moves them about. Sometimes he often pretends to make them fight each other, or go into cars and make them race each other. Or just throws them about, playing them, pretending to launch them into a strange room called space. The people of Astrana have learnt to adapt quite quickly in this strange blue and red room. They had learnt to catch themselves from a fall and remain incredibly silent. And still, 53 years ago, the Zopzeps had acquired a growing up book, and they learnt about how children play. So the leader got everyone into a maths class and taught them intensively how to remain silent and still and catch yourself from a fall. They are now calm and patient. They are hardy and content with their lives. But they are very gullible. They live in a wardrobe which James has abandoned 15 years ago. They wear clothes made of fabric and shoes made of fabric. They live on a diet of chocolate bars and cheesy chips, and have ate like that for 28 years. For 10 years, they ate nothing but sliced apple and carrot sticks, and for 17 years they ate nothing but baby food, and they drank nothing except milk, which as soon as they found a way of making that milk into cheese, James went off milk. Before James was born, the Zopzeps were thin and hungry. Now they are not. They also have more possessions. For fun, they treat James's room like a theme park and a playground. They leap from toy to toy, race the cars against each other, play ball games, build with Lego, spin on spinny toys, etc., etc., etc. Then it's Echaria. Oh, then it's Echaria, who live in a tree in the back garden. They live on the branches and inside the tree in flats. The furniture is made of plastic, leaves, sticks, grass, and sometimes fabric. The beds have grass as what they sleep under, and the food is bugs and berries. They need to understand poison and not poison. The clothes in Echaria are made of woven grass. The shoes are made of leaves. So is the crockery. There is a climbing frame in the garden which the younger humans climb on. The people of Echaria have realized it was hollow inside. So the Zopzeps claimed it as their own, as a multi-purpose building. The kids are allowed a lot of freedom in Echaria, so when the humans are not around, the children of Echaria use it as a mega climbing frame. The size of the huge building is famous of all of Buttercup and Marigold's house. In Echaria, everyone is excitable and playful. They are healthy and happy, but the people are also not very strong and they can't handle heavy weights. Then there was Whiten, which they live in the colourful kitchen. The humans visit it quite regularly. They put food on a rectangular object, use a sharp object to slice the food, then they put the food in a huge metal bowl with a handle that goes very hot. That goes onto a plate, then the human family sits at the table and eats in a strange way. That happens nearly twice a day in the morning and evening. The Zopzeps of Whiten live in the broken drawer. When the humans are asleep, the people of Whiten raid the food, then they eat and eat and eat, but they are not preparing for the winter, and they are like that all year round. That's why they have become rather large. They have become too big to climb up to the tap, so they just created a sealable link with a kitchen utensil into a pipe, and that's how they drink, sealing and resealing the leak. The people of Whiten wear colourful clothes of plastic wrappers and shoes of blue tack. The houses all have a tile as the floor and are used with empty tins. The people of Whiten are romantic and girly. The kids take a long time to mature, and the people are gentle and childish. Everyone plays with toys, which are usually frozen peas and other kitchen utensils, but they usually play once the humans have left. They have spoons, are what they play with now. Then there was Testaria. Testaria is in a 152-year-old girl's bedroom. She is called Caitlin. In her room, she is in her room for only 6 hours or 2.5 days out of the 8 2/3 days that she is in her room. She spent a lot of time sat on her bed on a strange, thin, rectangular item whilst listening to strange, slow, repetitive, high-pitched music. Caitlin has a lot of chemicals in small tubs and clothes with small plastic discs in. Her walls are covered in pictures of an orange-haired male human. His hair is short and fluffy on the top and long at the back. He is thin and pale. He is wearing an orange and green vertical striped jacket with no top underneath. He has rather unusual mismatched eyes and a lightning bolt going across his face. The people of Testaria were confused, so 1 in 8 people went to Tuscetto, and then they came back with a lightning bolt across their face. And when they came back, everyone was rather shocked. And they wear a miniature version of the sequined outfits. They tilted their feet at angles with paper clips. They all bleached and dyed their hair. The people of Testaria live under the bed and they drink fizzy pop. The people of Testaria are quiet and civilized, but the older they get, the more short-tempered they get. They look up to Caitlin. The people are creative and charismatic. They are more likely to become successful in creative things. Then there was Esnium. The people of Esnium are cleverer than the other rooms. This is because Esnium is the reading room. They live behind the bookshelves and drawers. When the humans are not around, the people of Esnium choose to study from the books. However, they can get confused between the fiction and non-fiction books. The people of Esnium have wooden furniture and paper blankets. They wear paper too. They have wooden shoes with paper clips on the bottom. However, food needs to be rationed, and the food is usually Bombay mix, but sometimes apple too. The people of Esnium are romantic and reminiscent. They are old-fashioned and spend a lot of time adjusting their appearance by trying to make it look like it is from the 1500s. Their houses are more civilizedly decorated and they have art on the walls and ornaments on the shelves, but the water also needs to be rationed. If you don't want to study in Esnium, you are in trouble. Then there was Hucklin. They live in the attic at the top of the house. The humans rarely visit it, so the people of Hucklin have built houses made of cardboard and Lego. The furniture is wooden, plastic, or cardboard. They are fluffy blankets. The clothes are made of fabric too. They live surrounded by items from hundreds of years ago. So they get their influence from hundreds of years ago. The kids are given freedom to roam because of the lack of humans. It is just it is very dark. There's no sunlight. But they found a way of making a set of fairy lights give a dim glow in the attic. There are a lot of spiders, but the people of Hucklin planted some tomatoes which form their diet. And that's all they eat. The spiders are treated as pets, and they collect water that is dripping off the ceiling roof. The clothes are fabric and the shoes are leather. The people of Hucklin are boring and kind. They are good at cheering up sad people, but they like vintage, but they hate waste. Then there was Osmai. They live in the high-tech modern study office room. The desk is silver and black. The desk is silver and black metal with a glass top. There is a black computer and black leather chair which turns around, and silver metal drawers. There is also a strange light plugged in. What makes the lights is magic to the people of Osmai. Many people from Osmai that's what they used to think, but they are fast becoming clever and are nearly about to overtake Hucklin, which is old intelligence. They live in a jammed drawer. They separate themselves by sheets of metal mesh, and they sleep on tissues. They eat mince and carrot sticks, and they drink from a bottle. That is how they get up, is they climb up, put a straw in, then the people queue up to take a drink. This happens 3 times a day. Their clothes are made of paper and strange holographic material hats. Their shoes are made of plastic, and the people of Osmai have pure minds. They meditate on the windowsill. They are very honest. They believe in facts and are very neat and self-disciplined. They like science fiction, and they believe space travel is important. They are civilized. Then there was Juskana. The Zopzeps there live in the modern kitchen. The floor is marble effect. The counters are black. The cabinets are white. And there is a square polished wood table in the middle of the room. The kitchen is cleaned regularly by the humans. The humans don't spend as much time in the kitchen as the other family of the colourful kitchen who spend the time cooking, then eating in the kitchen. The humans of Juskana eat a pre-made meal in a box which shoots hot radiation towards the food. Then 50 minutes later, the box makes a ding noise as the humans carry the food to the living room and eat there. The Zopzeps of Juskana live in the cabinets. The humans are too small make past. The clothes are made of aluminium foil They eat a balanced diet, and the people of Tuscana are snobby and vain. They are optimistic about space travel and are serious. Then there was a dweller, the room of the 500-year-old humans. The room has a black floor, beige walls, dark wood furniture, and a leopard print bed. The Zopzeps live behind the curtains like Zouflate. The two adults do you know what, and the Zopzeps are completely desensitized to it. Their furniture is made of fabric, and so are their clothes. They have rude pictures on the walls and dim lights. The Zopzeps eat chocolate from boxes and drink sweet-tasting drinks. The adults protect their children and stop them from leaving the house. They are very strict and formal. They have good manners, but they are quiet with dark minds, and there is a lot of crime around. Then there was Eggery. They live in the warm living room, and for 30 months out of 120 months, a fire gets lit. The fire is a chance to celebrate! And they dance around, and they have a feast. The people of Eggery live inside the sofas and armchairs in flats. And even though the humans sit on them, they just live in the bits not crushed by the humans. They eat dropped foods like spaghetti, peas, popcorn, etc. And they wear clothes made of fabric and shoes of buttons. The people of Eggery are friendly and open. They are messy and caring, but they don't care about waste. Then there was Asherjan, the mysterious place.